Good morning, everyone. My name is David Sisk, and I'm the director of our ESL programs for Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. I'm sorry that I can't be with you this morning. However, I've made this short video to give you some information to help you enroll students into the correct middle school ESL class. So if you will look in your handouts, you should have a handout that looks like this. Okay, so this handout, let me blow that up so you can see it. This is called the Middle and High School Instructional Plan or Instruction Educational Plan for LEP students. And if you take a look across the top, you have the words comprehensive, moderate, and transitional. So these are really the first three columns that you need to look at. Comprehensive basically equates to ESL 1, moderate essentially equates to ESL 2, and the transitional, the upper level, equates to ESL 3, or at the high school level, ESL 4. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, take a look at this. This is really what you need to help you understand what level of ESL class you should enroll a rising sixth grader into. So here's some considerations for this level, and this is called comprehensive service as we code it now in EdPlan. And if you look down here to middle school, high school ESL class, this would be a student who would qualify, who would really need to be enrolled into an ESL 1 class. If you scroll back up to the top, you can see the criteria. And the one that we typically look at is the reading proficiency level. Now, all of your ESL teachers are familiar with this document. So this is the criteria that will help guide you, but I strongly encourage you to get your ESL folks involved for those rising sixth graders. They are familiar with this document. They can help you choose the correct class, ESL class, for those rising sixth graders. So if you look back down at the bottom, you see comprehensive, and that's essentially an ESL 1 level class. It gives you an overview of how much time is scheduled, the different service deliveries, whether co-teaching is preferable, how collaboration works, and so on. And then if you look at the moderate level of ESL service, this gives you an overview of what that would look like. It may be a little more detailed than you need to register the students, but it's always good to have this information in case somebody inquires what that ESL class looks like. And then if you scroll back up to the top, you will see the proficiency levels, and these are the most recent access proficiency levels. And we typically look at the reading proficiency level, that's reading PL, reading proficiency level, to help you understand what students should be enrolled into an ESL 2 class. And then you have students in the higher end, the transitional level. These are students who are really on the upper end, almost ready to exit out of ESL, or excuse me, English learner status, and may or may not need an ESL course. So this is a guidance document. However, I still strongly recommend work with your ESL teachers to help you choose the correct class for those students who are rising sixth graders. You also have another document in front of you. So here is a copy of the high school registration card. And what I want to do is I want to scroll down to the bottom. So this is a copy of last year's, but it should look very similar to this year. But if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see all the different special populations, HAG, AG, and there's LEP. And what you would do is you would circle all the designations for that student, obviously. And then if you look down, here on the bottom, you see the ESL courses. You have beginning, continuing, and advanced. And those equate to an ESL 1, a 2, or a 3. Those are the course names. Here's a description of those courses. And again, we're looking at the reading proficiency level. And then towards the third column on the bottom row, you see listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So what you and your ESL teacher can do, and again, I recommend that you are working with your ESL teacher while you're doing this or getting input from them. They can take either the most recent WAPT or the most recent access scores, enter those proficiency levels here that will give the receiving school the information that they need if they don't have that information directly in front of them. So get your ESL teacher to help you complete this part of that document. And then, of course, when the test was given. And once that information goes to the middle school, that will help them accurately schedule those students into the correct ESL class. So just a quick review. What you're going to do is this document just gives you some guidance on what those classes look like and what the proficiency levels are for each type of class, whether it's an ESL 1, comprehensive, ESL 2, moderate. You may have some ESL 3s in here. And then in the upper end, you would have transitional students, and that could be an ESL 3 at the middle school level. So note that there is some overlap here with the proficiency levels, and we purposefully did that when we developed this a year ago, because some students may be better served at a different level based on their needs. And you're going to have some overlap, but that's why you need to get your ESL teachers to work with you when you're making these decisions. Okay, so thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Please reach out to your ESL staff or myself if you have any questions. Have a good day.